But let's imagine that I was suddenly found in a circumstance where a chessboard was laid out, pieces ready, and I was up against maybe one of these globally recognized grandmasters, Carlos Magnus or someone like that, right? You can imagine that someone with such profound capacity to perfectly understand the move of every piece and the strategy of every sequence of moves could sit down with someone like me across a chessboard, and not only would he beat me, but also he could pretty well get me to move however he wanted to. He could shepherd me around that board by simply moving his pieces, never touching mine, never even with his words or the power of suggestion or anything like that. This is not some kind of divine work of mind control. He could just sit there, say nothing, move his pieces on the board, and I would, like a group of sheep, I would just be led around wherever he wanted me to go. And at no point at the end of that game could I complain, he violated my free will. No. Every time I moved a piece, I moved it how I wanted to move it. Every time I defended a piece or made an offensive move, I did that of my own will. But such is his knowledge, his comprehension, his capacity, his exhaustive experience of the chessboard and the strategy and the movement of pieces, I would be at his entire beck and call. That's one human to another human. The almighty, infinite, omniscient, all-powerful God that rules and reigns, every single molecule of this reality is not challenged by a whimsical flash of decision that you make. God never has to touch the pieces on the board or even coerce you into doing something that looks like it violates your free will or your creaturely. Now, I know that there are times, because God is sovereign, doesn't have to follow the rules of some silly board game, right? God can do what he wants. God can kill people. God can send plagues. God can send tsunamis. God can get volcanoes to erupt. And there's no wickedness or evil in any of those actions. There is not a human being that's ever lived outside of Jesus that can look to God and say, you've dealt with me unjustly. Because every one of us outside of Jesus is guilty of sin.